So yesterday, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., remember him? Well, he kicked off a marathon of hearings on Capitol Hill by appearing before the House Ways and Means Committee to defend his so-called health care agenda. Things didn't go that well. Watch.
I think everybody's entitled to their opinions and views, but we're not entitled to our own facts.
A deadly measles outbreak in Texas killed an unvaccinated 6-year-old, the first such death in a decade. Do you agree with the majority of doctors that the measles vaccine could have saved that child's life in Texas?
It's possible, certainly.
I think you know.
I want to respond
that
to
you are
your
making
misinformation.
Terrible decisions that impact very real lives. You suspended this pro-vaccine messaging campaign, but somehow you're spending taxpayer dollars to drink milk shirtless in a hot tub with Kid Rock.
So in case you're wondering, this is the videos she's referring to. Watch. So people worried about his appointment from day one. Am I right?
Correct.
Did any of you who watched it, did you feel any better about this position that he's in?
No.
The health of America is in his hands?
I think it's terrifying. Yeah, I think it's terrifying. You know, he's deeply unqualified. We all knew that. He doesn't have any medical training, medical degree, science training, and he's made America sicker. That's just a fact. One thing
So why can't they get rid of him?
I don't think Congress will get rid of him. I don't think he's going to resign. I don't think the president's going to get rid of him. I think we're stuck with him, unfortunately. But I do think we need to listen to our own physicians and our own doctors and be properly guided.
But that's easy for you to say because you're married to a doctor.
Correct. That's true. That's true. But
we can all call Manny.
but yes, I'm going to give out his number. But one thing that he said that really I found very offensive. Was about Black children in particular, and I think we have a clip.
Oh. In a 2024 podcast interview, you suggested that Black children on ADHD medication should be reparented. You said every Black kid is now just standardly put on Adderall, SSRI, benzos, which are known to induce violence, and that those children are going to have to go somewhere to get reparented. Have you ever reparented, or parented, I should say, a Black child?
I don't even know what that phrase means, and I doubt that I said it.
Just a yes or no answer.
I doubt that I said that phrase. No,
absolutely
I'm not going to answer something that I didn't say.
You absolutely said it.
Oh, I'd like to hear the recording.
So I listened to that recording.
Who are the two guys behind him, though?
His security detail.
Well, they're a little pissed now.
Yeah, they don't look great. But in 2024, RFK Jr. appeared on the High Level Conversations, a YouTube show hosted by influencer 19 Keys to discuss the mental health challenges facing Black men. And he said that if elected, he would create wellness farm rehabilitation facilities in rural areas all around the country so that every Black kid, which who is now apparently standardly put on Adderall, SSRI, benzos, which are known to induce violence, and those kids must be deparented, and reparented rather, and that he would, I guess, parent them by putting them on wellness farms.
That's the most disturbing.
I'm not sure that his kids shouldn't, that RFK's kids shouldn't be reparented. So there's this new book coming out, and it's based on these diaries, right? So he had these diaries that he kept, and his ex-wife took the diaries during a contentious divorce, kind of as security. And now her best friend, because the ex-wife died by suicide, her best friend has given them to somebody who's written a book about RFK. And one of the instances, this is just to add to the weirdness of this guy, one of the instances that gets written about in this book based on his diary is, and I quote from his alleged diaries, "I was standing in front of my parked car in I-684, cutting the penis out of a roadkill raccoon, thinking how weird some of my family members have turned out to be." No, RFK, you're the weird one.
He's the weirdo.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff, like with RFK, you read stuff
What's he
about
going to
it.
do with the raccoon's penis?
Apparently,
animal cruelty.
study
Remember
it.
Dad.
He's going to
I
study
mean,
just the penis?
remember, this is the same guy who took the dead bear cub and dropped it off in Central Park.
Yeah.
He's like an avid animal genitalia researcher.
Yeah, but the same woman, the wife who died
Yes,
by...
this is not made
This
up.
is all weird, but he's also got a bit of cruelty in his
yeah.
heart, because there's a moment where Mary, the second wife who died by suicide, who left these diaries and said, please make sure they're published. If, you know, that...
Wow.
Her family wanted her, they'd been apart for 2 years. It had been a contentious divorce. Her family fought to have her buried near her family, not
Where
him.
her kids would
Where her
someday be
kids would be,
buried.
where she felt comfortable. He fought, he won, so she was buried at the Kennedy plot. 2 months later, or 2 weeks, he had her exhumed and moved out of the more pretentious Kennedy plot to the outskirts of the cemetery. So he did it just to beat the family where she wanted to be, and dug her up, not by hand, but got her out of there. Like, why would you do that?
Listen, I, in many ways, would be the target Maha voter. After 2 years of IVF, after being pregnant, now having a new son, I care so much. I get angry about what's in our food, what's in our beverages, why I go to Europe and the food is healthier, better for us. They don't have the same
The
disease
preservatives,
levels we
they
do.
don't have,
But I refuse to accept that if you care about those things, you also have to be okay with slashing and burning cancer research, Alzheimer's research, mental health research,
Which
and
they're
that's
doing.
what RFK is doing. So as Gen X and millennial Americans are seeing huge spikes in cancer, grants to cancer research fell by 23% under his watch. Mental health research grants fell by 47%. You've got these rise in measles outbreaks. And bonus, researchers, scientists, and doctors are leaving America and going to China because these grants are disappearing.
So we don't feel safer. Better.
No.
Honey, please,
After
not
this
even our
testimony.
animals are safe. If I see this guy coming and I've got my dog, I'm running.
Exactly.
It's really, I think it's really the animal's penis that's not safe.